All right, let's move on to our third contestant of the day, Koffee Reinvented. Cody Chait, come on up. Hey, Cody. How are you? Good to see you. Use the mics. Your timer's right over there.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. I'm Cody Chait, founder and CEO of Koffee Reinvented. That's coffee with a K, your first stomach-friendly, no-crash, and non-jittery cold brew coffee, brewed with alkaline water. Previously, as an educational plant-based chef, my passion was to guide people through personal transformation, utilizing thought-provoking culinary arts. But after many years in the industry, I made a choice that I wanted to play bigger. Coffee was the best transportation vehicle to get my message to the masses. So I made an inventory of all the things that are associated with coffee that are negative. And I got to work in my kitchen. And what I found was extraordinary. So I started a Kickstarter campaign and funded $30,000 in 30 days. And with that money, I launched on the LA farmers market circuit. The product took off, and after just a couple markets, I was selling out every market. After a while, I decided to pull back and focus on my priorities, to build out an entirely in-house manufacturing facility, upgrade my packaging, extend my shelf life, and do whatever it took to get to the mass market. And I manifested an angel investor and did that. I built out a manufacturing facility, gaining full control over my manufacturing, production, marketing, and even my admin team in Commerce, California. We finished building this last month, and we have a capacity of 20,000 units per day. I went from a 2-ounce glass bottle with a 2-week shelf life to an 8.5-ounce HPP BPA-free plastic bottle with an 8-month shelf life. We retail between $4.49 and $5.19, and Koffee Reinvented is an entirely sugar-free and plant-based company. I intend to not only stir up the cold brew industry, but the coffee industry as a whole. And I'm doing that by reinventing coffee into the health food nature intended it to be. Reinventing coffee is my service to humanity and this planet. Good job. Thanks, bud.
A lot in that presentation. Let's start with the name, the label, Koffee Reinvented. What do you think?
I love the look and feel of the label, but for me, Koffee Reinvented, coffee with a K. I'm, a coffee pedant, a coffee geek, I guess, and so I was looking for, reinvention. Is it green coffee? What is it? And when so I was intrigued and I was pulled in. So I think that's a good thing.
Karen, there's obviously a lot of new cold brew products on the market. There's a lot of interest in the category. What do you think about Koffee Reinvented and its ability to stand out on the shelf?
Well, I think it's definitely an interesting positioning that isn't there. So if that market exists as he described, there is potential. I wasn't clear if it's shelf stable or refrigerated.
I believe it's refrigerated.
Okay. The market's big and expanding. I mean, I think there's room for something like this.
In terms of the taste profile, where do you stand on Koffee Reinvented?
I thought it was good. Clean.
Okay. The manufacturing facility was an interesting point in the presentation. Jordan, what do you think about what Cody talked about in terms of having to have his own facility to really stand out and to really make his product the way he wanted to?
I think it is a differentiator in cold brew. So having control of his supply chain is something that we certainly wouldn't have gotten off the packaging. So I appreciated him highlighting that because I think that sort of getting that mastery will be really important for him to scale and sort of go up against what is becoming an increasingly saturated set.
Tom, in terms of the product attributes, are these things that consumers are looking for right now? Stomach-friendly, cleaner coffee?
Yeah, no, I think, matter of fact, this summary page that he's put together is spot on right. I do think it fits a void that exists. Again, the question is a little 8-ounce PET bottle what the consumer's looking for? It's not a shot, yet it's not the 16-ounce bottle. It's kind of in that space, and that'll be the interesting challenge for $5. Is that little bottle meet a consumer need? But I do like the attributes.
And you're pretty familiar with the coffee category. Do you think Koffee Reinvented elevates what's out there right now?
Say that again?
Do you feel like this Koffee Reinvented sort of elevates the category at this point?
I think it potentially elevates the category. I mean, the category is on fire, has been on fire for several years. It's possible. Again, at $5+ for 8 ounces, is it enough of a differentiator? Again, from my lens, the trick is if you're going to own your own manufacturing and that's your point of difference, how are you going to communicate that to the consumer in a way that's relevant?
Great. Well done.